What's the best diet to follow if you have gut issues? Hey, it's Mark Buke, and I hope you're doing well. I'm coming at you today on my YouTube channel to share with you what is the best diet to follow if you have gut issues. Now, I think personally there's just far too many people walking around with gut issues. I mean, things like bloating and constipation, and gas and indigestion and food intolerances, and the list goes on as far as it affects people's everyday living. It's affected by these chronic gut issues. And the question I commonly get is, well, what should I be eating if I had these gut issues? Personally, I think a paleo diet's where you want to start. So paleo, there's tons of great resources out there for paleo, but I think getting to the root of it, like looking at putting a focus on good high quality proteins, good high quality fats, good high quality carbohydrates. Because again, as we're learning, not all carbohydrates are kind of created equally. So really kind of putting a focus on those three things and getting away from the processed foods, refined foods, the carbohydrates, like the sugars, the refined garbage that we eat and call food and run of a day. That's what usually is causing some of these problems. So I think the biggest thing that people need to realize is that there's a mind shift that has to happen first, because so many people fail with gut restore programs because they're so laser focused on what they can't eat that they miss what they can eat. And that is there's an opportunity presented every day to lead you to feeling better when you think that way. The mindset needs to be, what am I going to eat to nourish my body and give me the opportunities to feel better, rather than what do I not eat that makes me feel like crap. Like, just positive mindset is going to make the biggest difference in how you feel. So I love the fact that paleo is a great place to start. It's going to be focused on real whole foods. And the thing with paleo, you're going to fail with paleo if you don't have a plan. So if you think that you can kind of walk into this, not planned, not have a attack plan, not have a time in your day to kind of cook food and prepare food and grocery shop, you're going to fail with paleo. It's that simple. So that might be the case where you want to take out one or two different foods if that's where you are in your mind, in your world right now. But if you're really looking at kind of repairing your gut and feeling better and moving things in the right direction, I think the paleo diet is probably the best place to start with that. Second thing is, if you want to continue on with that plan, so say for example you already do consume a paleo plan, you still have gut issues, and that primary gut issue is usually that bloating, constipation, irregular bowel movements, like foods that don't work with me, they work against me. I think one of the best places to start looking at foods to kind of start limiting might be that FODMAP plan. So FODMAPs are those simple, easy, digestible, fibrous foods. They're called prebiotics, and they ferment. And people usually have issues with either the bacteria inside of your body grabs those foods, like Pac-Man consuming food, and it kind of creates gas, and that process is making you have the symptoms, or your body's not very well at processing those gases generally, and you could experience that from eating things like Brussels sprouts and cabbage, and you just kind of light your gut on fire, right? So there's numerous different things that happen inside the gut there that need to be taken into account to establish what the best type of diet is. But I think the best place that anybody's out there scratching their head saying, like, what, I have this gut issue, where do I start? Start looking at paleo. That's the first place that my program is going to help address, what do you eat? So I'm going to give you a food plan, a menu plan, a grocery list. I'm going to give you a daily menu to attack that day. So like when you get into the program and you're ready to roll, it's at your fingertips. It's, what am I eating today? What am I eating tomorrow? What am I eating on day 17? You have that. And I think far too many times people, you can definitely download a guide online, no problem at all. But the thing that's missing for most of those guys is that when you start to develop symptoms, maybe you don't feel better instantly. Maybe you start to have, more bloating or more gas, or maybe it's like, am I eating too much of the right things? Like, these are the questions people have that make them stop wanting to consume that diet. And that's where my expertise comes in. That's inside of my program. That's the button you press that says messages, and you write me a text and you say, Mark, what is this? And I'm able to get back with you with an answer. And it's just that simple. I'm here as your guide. I do this every day, and I've kind of heard so many different people talking about these levels of concern that, I can kind of pick them off before you even ask the question, right? So the cool thing about the program and how I support you is that I am in your corner. I am your lifeline to help coach you back through this wellness process and help you repair that gut issue so you can stop having it control your life. There's just far too many people that just, just put up with this crap every day, pun intended. And it's interesting to see that that's just not a way to live life. You can't experience the times that you go for dinner with your friends. There's that turmoil over like, what's my in-law going to make for lunch on a Saturday when I'm going over to their house, or my kid has a birthday party. And you know what? Like, do I eat there? Do I not eat there? I really want to eat. These are all the questions people struggle with on a daily basis with gut issues. And, they control what we do. I see so many people that lead to, they start feeling in the day great in the morning is their best time of the day, and then it seems like any food that I eat drives me crazy. I just see the symptoms so commonly that, I can see why people are frustrated with what food they should be consuming to start feeling better. So look, I think the paleo diet's the best place to start. If you're not following any kind of diet plan or regime right now, I think the paleo diet plan is the best place to start. If you're really motivated and really, really ready to roll, like there's tons of paleo style diets online that you can kind of just download and follow. But you know what? If you know that you need coaching, you know that you need help, if you're one of those people that need to ask questions, like my program is going to be far superior to that because you're getting me in your corner. I'm definitely delivering a great quality menu plan that tastes great and has all those great ideas and recipes and menus, and you're ready to roll with that. But you know what? People aren't paying for that. People are paying the cost of the program to get my level of expertise and that kind of like instant text feature. Like, you know what, Mark, I'm going to a restaurant with my friends and my family for supper, and what am I going to eat tonight? I'm so stressed out. What am I going to eat? Can you just tell me? That happens to me every Friday. So I just know that there's a lot of different layers of support there. I know there's a lot of confusion in the gut world, and you know what, the gut can be a complicated ecosystem. But I think the two lessons I want you to learn are, number one, you have to shift the mindset towards what you can eat to feel better, not primarily focus on what you can't eat. You never want to focus on something that's negative. It's only going to bring opportunities that are negative into your life. So putting the focus around, I can eat this to empower my day to start feeling better, is a much better way to lay your head on the pillow at the end of the night. And number two, the paleo style diet plan is probably where you want to start, but you want to start with someone that knows how to answer your questions. None of these roads are paved in gold. None of these roads are smooth. They all have bumps in the road, and anybody that's kind of done a gut program before and failed has recognized that that is the case. So that's what differentiates my program, and that's, I think, the best thing I wanted to get across to you today is that these are the options that are available inside my program. So if you have questions, let me know. Happy to help. Have a good day.